Krishna, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Good morning. Nityananda, Nityananda, Jesus, Jesus, Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada, Advaita, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jesus, Prabhupada, Sri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Jesus, Prabhupada, Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Ah. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda. Oh, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaura. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Ah, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Ooh. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna. Ooh. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna. Whew. Oh man, whew. It's intense, man. Ah, whew. Wow. Oh man. Ah. Hey, Dean. Welcome, Dean. Welcome. All right. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. How about Chaitanya Nectar Moon, Lord Chaitanya? Here, I got this up here. Ah. Ah. Auspicious introduction consisting of benedictions, chapter 3 of this Nectar Moon of Lord Caitanya. May Lord Caitanya, whose shoulders are like a lion's, whose smiling cheeks Oh my God. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna. Smiling cheeks are the sweetest of all sweet things, whose body displays various wonderful symptoms. Whose body displays various wonderful symptoms of ecstatic love of Krishna. Uh, uh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, whose body displays many wonderful symptoms of ecstasy. Let's see here. We do like this. Think for a while. Yeah, yeah. That's what it's all about. These wonderful symptoms of ecstasy. Right there, River? Isn't that what really gets you? Man, it's this. This is what keeps you interested and engrossed, man. You know, these wonderful symptoms of ecstasy. You know, whose body? See, that's the body's a temple. Where are these wonderful symptoms of ecstasy manifesting? See, that's the place to go to worship, isn't it? Can you? This is why the extraordinary is so rare. See, that's why devotees they give up on you don't really have to build a huge temple. That's just to impress beginners, really. Just give them build them a big temple. So they have they come and just. But look at this, man. the big temple is this big bhakti. You just start to realize, oh wow, I see. This whole world is the temple of the Lord, and especially this body, because the Lord's rocking and rolling in there, man. He's kicking and screaming and roaring and yelling and you know relishing. People. So when you get more intelligence, see, it's intelligent to go to the temple, and it's even more intelligence to go to the temple where the Lord is manifesting His pastimes. I mean, really, like really in the living colors. In the body where there's more full expression. I mean, the deity's beautiful, but He's not talking to you, is He? You don't see any tears rolling down the cheeks, do you? You don't know what it is to relish these higher levels of bhakti. Look, proof is the Vaidhi Bhaktas. They look over here and they think, "What these do? What are you guys doing, man? What are you guys doing? Hey, man, we're just doing. This is what God is actually doing in the deity. I mean, if you could see the tears rolling down the deity's cheeks, and 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 the holy laughter and the choking up because of loving relations with his devotees, and the devotees with the Lord. I mean, that's what you'd be seeing, but you don't see it. See, that's why it says purification is slower that way. But can you imagine you go to devotees where the Lord is present in this world in their bodies with love of God, man, manifesting and teaching about it, sharing these intricate secret of all secret teachings that usually God keeps hidden, that the acharyas were keeping, they were hiding the ecstasy, you know, and hiding these deep glorifications of it, except in their, usually their writings. That's how secret they are, waiting for the real devotees to pick up on that, to extract that. And what? Usually they just keep it for themselves because people, they react like you see they do here. Can you imagine? Gauri's a sahaja, Lalita's a demon, you know. River, oh, she's crazy. That's why they keep it to themselves. Eh? But why do we remember Lord Caitanya? He didn't keep it to himself. That's why we remember him. He's rememberable. I mean, yeah, he's the prototype. We can look at him. We got Nityananda. These pastimes are very valuable, especially when they're explained by a person who has the relation. Because if the person's really related to Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda transcendentally, and they're expressing that in this world, that means other people will get it. That's how the line was. The Lord expressed this bhakti, and people said, "Wow, we want to follow you. We want to follow in your footsteps. We want to also worship like this." Boy, look, it's taken away all your unhappiness. We also were unhappy in this world. Yeah. Yeah, we want to get in time. We're tired of getting stoned on this drug and that drug and all this. We want to get stoned on the holy name like you. We see there's an intoxication there, and it looks really good. It doesn't look like it has any karmic thing. It takes away all your karma and everything, and busts your cycle of birth and death, and eats up all the sins. Gone, 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 and more gone. After a while, then people start following, get close to you, and their sins go also. Mm. See, that's where if you're more intelligent than just going to the temple, you'll look for the living temples in this world, and they have these symptoms. I'm just telling you what's described in the book, right? Why do you think people followed Lord Chaitanya? Because they saw God was working inside him, manifesting outwardly into the world and showing great secrets that nobody's ever seen or heard before. See, only to those who worship, see, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, these secrets are revealed, this real deep understanding is revealed. See, this is where the more happiness is. The Lord is looking for more, even for the Vaitis. Like yesterday, I showed you the old Tamal Krishna thing, and you listen, you think, okay, you're not your body, and and it's a little bit like, okay, man, what else? What else? Okay, anything? Was there any juice there? It's just like, see, and that's okay, because you know it's expected. The devotees beginning the path, they don't have an experience. Even the gurus don't even have. Well, you could see by their how they express themselves, they don't have a deep experience of this love. They may make a few references to it, but not like, wow, man, this love of God is so fantastic. And then I mean, yeah, can we see that it's fantastic? Can we see that kind of happiness? That can we see that you're happy chanting the holy name? Can we see you're relishing mellows? I mean, that Lord Chaitanya came to relish mellows and to teach that to others, and to transfer the Bhakti Lata Bij into others, which is simply the inclination to chant this spiritual mantra that you can't really chant with mundane senses. I mean, you can chant it, but you won't be relishing it much. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I was listening to another Tamal Krishna lecture, and it was about the holy name, and it was all about, well, you just gotta like, I'll put it up, and we'll talk about that because it's important. The devotees need to know. Yeah, you got to get to offenseless chanting. You got to give this up and give that up, and really, and the devotees still not there. They don't manifest. A lot of people, gurus, even give up chanting regularly because it's a dry affair without Bhakti Lata Bij. You need this. Could you imagine people come here and you're with the devotees who chant in ecstasy, Lalita and River now and others, and you get this bhakti by associating with those who have this bhakti. Otherwise, it's a dry affair chanting with those who don't have this bhakti. Even gurus, people don't know what is the real standard. The real standard is really simple: be around the devotees who have this special mercy. This is the special mercy Prabhupada was talking about, this ecstatic devotion, this inclination to chant the holy name and to taste these mellows. This is the gift of Lord Chaitanya. We've got it. Charge the battery if low. We've got it. It's here and it's manifesting. That's the order of Prabhupada, is to give it out. And all people just have to realize that, oh, is this the real stand? Yes. This is the new narrative. The narrative is called the truth. No, we're not going to have any narratives of illusion. This is the highest truth. This is the highest reality. Not I'm not your body. That's okay. You're not the body. That comes along with the truth. But the truth needs to be emphasized, and then we just make it as a matter. Yeah, that's the illusion. Stop meditating on that. Meditate on this. Meditate on the devotees. Hear from the devotees who chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion. Hear the inspired words of God. That's God, man. That's goddess. Hear the goddess words, man. Words from devotion and ecstasy. They're very inspiring, very purifying. Puts smiles on people's faces, or sourpusses on them too, which is just as good. You know, they come here, Mr. Higgins, Narayan Higgins. Come here, let us make you unhappy because that's you're going to be ultimately your happiness. Man, I don't care. I'm not, this equal opportunity. The sourpusses can come here, and also the ones who get great joy from these preachings. We equal opportunity here. Everybody can come. No, no, no judgments. Take as much as you can. Yeah. This is a bhakti beach, yes. The ocean of mercy, yes. Yeah. See, whose body displays wonderful symptoms of ecstatic love. Yeah, and that's why people have forgotten this. They've forgotten that ecstatic love is the goal, because we there it's not the narrative. It's Varnashram Dharma as a narrative in Vaishnavism now. They're at that point, but they keep preaching that narrative, right? Or ceremonies, rules, external bhakti is the narrative. But now we're preaching a new narrative. See, this sets the course for the next generation. Otherwise, if this narrative is not firmly instilled in this world, whatever narrative is preached, this is even Maya knows this. The illusory potency is using this in the form of the world. She's pushing a narrative of what of those who believe in that narrative, those who listen to that narrative. They come under the shelter of that narrative, and that shelter is not very nice. You become a slave. That's the narrative. You become limited. You have to wear a mask, even out in the sunshine, because you believe in that narrative of fear, limitation, all that stuff. See, that's the illusory potency. You don't have to, or you believe in the narrative of Varnashram Dharma because you're really holding on to that. See, this blind adherence to the rules and regulations of the Vedas, blind adherence. You don't know why you're doing it. You just stuck with it, right? You're stuck to it like glue. You can't let go of it, because it won't loosen until you hear this other narrative preached by an experienced devotee experiencing what real love of Krishna is, which is the higher rung. See, if you listen to this preaching, if you see this ecstasy, then you know what is real guru actually to the next platform. Otherwise, you got neophyte gurus even. Or you got advanced devotees teaching you the Varnashram narrative because, that's what God is inspiring them for you to learn. Because you can't understand this. This is very special divine intervention. This will move people from Vaidhi platform. It'll loosen those shackles of blind adherence to the rules and regulations and the ceremonies up to the next platform where the real juice is. The real life is here. You can see. Well, wouldn't you like to chant Hare Krishna like this? Wouldn't you like the kind of intelligence that comes from chanting Hare Krishna like this? Wouldn't you like to relish this transcendental happiness that the devotees of Vrindavan do? Or do you like to stay dry? You like that drier thing? Yeah. Do you like being less intelligent? Okay. Uh, See, wonderful symptoms of ecstatic love of Krishna. See, so he's praising this. Can you see? He's praising this thing. Hey, he's saying this is where it's at, man. Look at this personality. His body displays wonderful symptoms of ecstatic love, crying, laughing, everything you see here, and more even, because he's God. Yeah. So if you don't praise this, I mean, he's praising this and we're praising this, what does that mean? Well, the same kind of love that was given out 550 years ago because people learned to appreciate this. Here the devotees are singing songs in ISKCON every day. Shri Guru Charana Padma, by the word of the devotees, my ignorance is destroyed. I was in the darkest ignorance, and the words of my guru dissipated that darkness. They say this prayer every day. From my guru, ecstatic prema emanates. Well, do you see any of that? Or you just singing the song? They're just singing the song. They have no. They can't put it together. That's the role model. That is. See, you need to hear this from the devotee. You have to hear the song, the purport explained. You need that vibration to go in there, like to get that wax out of your ears. See, so the truth goes in and into your heart, and you realize, oh, this is what it's about. Wow, I'm so fortunate. I see a devotee from what I'm reading in the songbook by a great devotee, Narottam, about his experience, his guru, from him ecstatic prema emanated. He just wrote it down in the song. From my guru, ecstatic prema emanated. By his word, my ignorance is destroyed. He wrote it down. Could you imagine? He saw that, but that's in the book now. You need to see that in living. You need to be that Nartam now and see from a guru, ecstatic prema emanating. By that word, all of that. Oh, wow, I thought I could take a guru and he didn't have to have these symptoms. They taught me the checklist. They were speculating. I didn't know that it had to be as it is, as the songbook is, as guru is. That has to be my life experience, not just in the book. That's just like a parrot, has no understanding. It's just, "Mah, mah, mah." Hey, that's, well, see, Nartam was delivered, had such a guru. And people here are delivered because they have such a guru and they understand these things. They relish this. See, as it is, you need a devotee Bhagava to explain the book Bhagava. It's not that hard. It just takes some purification. A lot of ecstatic worship, man, in ecstasy. It clears the windows, man, and then you just see as it is, and then you deliver it as it is. No speculation needed. It's a great joy to present things clearly as it is. See, that's the secret of Maya. That's called religion. They present these truths in the scriptures as they are not. That's why you got to go deeper than religion. You got to just extract the truth and deliver the truth. The truth will set you free. It awakens the spirit. That devotion arises. Oh, gets very excited about hearing deep truth. Huh. Whose features are as splendid as a whirl of a blossoming golden lotus, and who is Radha and Krishna joined in a single form. So, who represents Radha and Krishna joined in a single form? Is it just going to be in the book? That's why people don't understand it. They sing these songs, they read these philosophies. Lord Caitanya, he was Radha and Krishna joined in a single form. Wow, yes, he was. Yeah, yeah. But is that same Lord in you? Is Radha and Krishna in you? Because the Lord has given you that single form. Remember, He said, "You're my devotees. You come and see me. You have love for me, real love for me. Therefore, I give my transcendental body to you." What does that mean? Well, Radha and Krishna are inside you now. That's why you can laugh and you can cry, because the Lord has given His transcendental body to you. There's no other. We on our own we cannot. On our own, we cannot worship in ecstasy. We need that mercy, that bhakti lata bij that comes from the guru. Oh, yeah. So that's it, man. Very simple. See, Radha and Krishna, he was Radha and Krishna. He was the Lord coming, and then he wanted to give that body to others and pass it. It's like that born again experience. He's passing it, passing the baby around like they do in a village. They pass it to one person. Everybody gets a chance to hold the baby. So that's how it is. That's Krishna Chaitanya passing Radha and Krishna around, so that everybody can have that experience of the Lord living close inside them. Basically, that's with Jesus. If when he was on the cross, and then he when he died, he tore the veil. He tore the veil between the soul and the Lord, and then they could live together. See, that's the same idea, the same conception, only fluffed out and brought to another level of clarity. See, this is called devotional mellows. The Lord came here to explain how that is for our soul. We can relish a relationship with the Lord by bhakti yoga, by this devotional service, by this hearing and chanting process. We're communing with God, and we can do it publicly, which is an amazing thing. There's no fault in this kind of chanting and ecstasy and showing the whole world, even though they may at first look at it like faulty. It's just because they're just not seeing things as they are, like we are. I mean, that's why I'm here to preach. I'm here to preach as it is. Hey, man, what is it? You're coming down on our ecstatic chanting? Well, what's wrong with you? You're worshiping this Lord. What is this? Or what are you just uh, putting on a show? Oh, Lord Radha and Krishna, we really love. Well, here you go. Here, that Lord is in our. Those lordships are in our body. It's been given to us, and we're giving it to you. No, no, no. We just want to be the parrot types. Oh, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radhe 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 Krishna, Radhe Krishna. And here we're going. We're worshiping the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy. See, or you could even say, if you're a manjari, you're watching this, go on inside you by your chanting. That's a manjari mood. They see, oh, Radha and Krishna. Oh, yeah, let me just partake of that. Let me serve them by, chanting the mantra so that they can enjoy these wonderful pastimes. And the manjaris automatically enjoy, that kind of mood, mentality. It's the deepest move because that's really what's going on. See, gopis have this. Anyway, it's just what if you can just get to the point where you can just relish this name in ecstasy, you're doing fantastic. Because that's what it's all about. And that's deliverance. You're delivered in this communion, in this Gaudiya. If you consider yourself a Gaudiya Vaishnava, this is its style of deliverance, man. You got to come to the point of chanting like this. And look how easy it is. If you come here, look how hard it is if you don't. That's simple. See, this is the narrative. This is real Krishna consciousness. See, it's very real. The words here take on reality, realness. Oh, devotion is just not a word. Oh, yeah, he's a devotee. Yeah, is he really? Or she really? Do they have real devotion? No, no, we just say the word because it's just kind of what we use. Is a devotee here. Hare Krishna, and no tears are coming. Oh, yeah, what are you doing? Well, I'm just chanting the name. Oh, really? Are you communing with God? Yes, 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 yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm communing with God. Yeah, well, where are the symptoms? Where's the symptoms of this spontaneous love awakening in you? See, you can put on a superficial show for the beginners and the neophytes who don't know better. You come here, you'll know better. You'll be looking for symptoms. You'll look, I mean, see, the truth is no respecter of person. You look at a alleged guru, and they got to prove their case that they're really true. That you're not going to be bamboozled by, oh, I'm never even going to even think about that. No, no, I'm not even going to think that if this or am I going to? Is he a real guru or not? No, no, I'm just going to accept because he's sitting on the high seat, has a nice dhoti and a nice stamp from his other group members, the GBC or somebody. You're going to look where are the symptoms that that person is authorized to sit up there. Does he really? I mean, what is the meaning of representing the Krishna conscious movement? Nobody knows. It's this. Well, I don't know. We're just kind of doing it. It's just they're there and they're putting on a nice show. We watch the show and eat prasadam, and listen to a nice long lecture, about you're not this body after 40 years. That's what it's about for us. And maybe have a nice position. Maybe I can become a guru too someday and have disciples and, flight tickets to go here and there. And I'll, just if I memorize enough verses, maybe I can impress people. See, superficial. See, you come here, you learn. Oh yeah, what is a guru? What is it? What is Krishna conscious all about? Oh yeah, becoming conscious of Krishna. Yeah, exactly. 3 hour classes. Yeah, becoming conscious of Krishna. What a concept there, Lalita, huh? Becoming conscious of Krishna. See, yeah, if you're conscious of Krishna, then you're going to have some ecstasy. Yeah, it's nice to become conscious of Krishna. It gives you the greatest feeling in the world. Krishna is a transcendental personality. He's from the spiritual dimension of, if it doesn't put a smile on your face to become conscious of Krishna, you're still unconscious. That's a devotional symptom of becoming conscious of Krishna, listed in Nectar Devotion. Smiling. Look at it. You see that those, these symptoms. So as it is, the book is manifest right there before your eyes, people. You're never going to learn about Krishna consciousness till you come here and meet the devotees who are being used by the Lord to preach real Krishna consciousness in this world. I mean, anybody ready to do real? We do real here, man. You want reality? You want reality distinguished from illusion just by seeing it? That's what we do. The Lord is present in the bodies of the devotees here, and He just shows you reality. Oh, reality, everything. So many things you learn just by seeing a devotee. You learn what is ecstasy. You know what is communing with God. What is being a real devotee? What is Guru Tattva? What is Rasa Tattva? Just by seeing a devotee. And then they explain what you're seeing. I think we should start charging for this there, Lalita. Huh? Yeah, this is very valuable stuff. I think $1 million per class. What do you think? No, more. 2 million. Yeah, but then we wouldn't get any members. We got a lot of poor people coming here, But it's true. This is all priceless. This is so valuable. People have this relationship wouldn't pay it, wouldn't trade it for all Bill Gates is billions of dollars. And do you know what Maya is? Bill Gates would not trade his billions of dollars for this. That's illusion. Another example. Let's make it hit more home. This is how much illusion you Vaishnavas are still in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti. I'll tell you, you guys, you gurus, will not trade your positions that you consider wealth, obviously, or your speculations that you consider wealth, obviously, for what we've got. And we wouldn't trade it for billions of dollars and billions of positions, but you wouldn't trade your diddly squat that you got for this. That's illusion. The real wealth is truth because the real wealth awakens ecstasy. The real wealth gives you protection. Real truth gives you protection. It sets you free, puts you on the right course. See, the truth manifests the highest truth. Highest truth is devotion to Krishna, man. That you see with your own eyes here. Whether you accept or not, doesn't matter, you see it. That's why it says sadhu sangha, real sadhu sangha, rare sadhu sangha is the most valuable path in this is the highest path. Just coming here. That's why I say all you have to do is come here And if you're lucky, I mean, really lucky, and it's not that hard to get this luck here, your heart will be affected and you will become faithful. The only ones that have problems here are the ones who just don't have full faith. That's all. And that's the lesson. That's it. If you have full faith in this, you could be a retard and you'll go back to the spiritual world. You don't have to be smart. You could be a drug addict, everything, but you have your heart has full faith in this. You're going to paradise with us. That's how powerful it is here. This is very true. Oh, you think Jesus is hanging on the cross and that guy was a sinner, all that, but from his heart he said, Jesus, can I go with you? And Jesus said, today we will be in paradise. You think it's any different here? That same power is here. Prove it every day and more. Much more is here. Yes, and the guy with a t-shirt. Yes. Prove it every day. I'm going to prove it more until we get the whole universe into this kingdom of God. Going to expand it more to put all these souls in there. Hey, man, we got the highest truth, right, River? Yeah. You know, why we're not going to let it go to waste. We're not going to, this crisis of not having this truth, we're not going to let this go to waste. I learned a lesson from Pelosi. She said, never let a good crisis go to waste. I agree. You know, things are coming down. We got a big crisis on here. We're not going to let it go to waste. We're going to use it to bring people into the kingdom, show them where real happiness is. We have big goals here. When he saw new rain clouds, he was reminded of Lord Krishna, and he became like a madman with love for him. Yeah. So he became a madman with love for it by seeing rain clouds. Yeah, yeah. How do you, when you hear the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or Lord Chaitanya's names, devotees' names going in your ear, yeah, does it cause tidal waves of this love to awaken in your heart? Usually not, because people they need purification. That's why they got to come here, and be purified. This is what loving the objects of the world does. It sucks our love away from what's really real. So we love all these objects in the world. Therefore, our love for God is diminished to even nil. After a while, you're just so identified with your love for the objects of the world. This is dried up. It doesn't exist. It's like almost non-existent. Yeah, that's why you got to be around juicy devotees who have this love awakened, and that's their true lovable object. Yeah, the Lord uses those devotees to preach the real Krishna consciousness movement. Otherwise, you're just being preached religion to you. There's all kinds of religions out there. They're all basically the same. And Vaishnavism, even though it has the potential to be the best of all religions, still it's a religion until you can extract these truths, until love awakens in your heart, and then you can extract these truths from the books. You get the real understanding, real knowledge, because of this ecstatic love awakening. So that's, we're doing that stuff. Yeah, so give us a word there, Lalita. What do you think?
Not much. I was thinking about when you were talking about Manjari mood, etc. I was thinking about you don't always choose for the mood where you're in. When you're reading or chanting, sometimes when you read, when
Yeah.
When I read in the about the boys, the coward boys, I dive inside of their mood completely.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah.
When I read of Mother Yashoda, I said in one of my videos, it's like I have a big cupboard, and I see the word Madhumangala, whoop, and I open a drawer and I dive inside of his mood, and then I I open the drawer for the Yashoda, and it looks different, it feels different. All those rasas are so different. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, well, that's the gopi mood is you can you go into any of the rasas. The Lord did Himself. Yeah, any way to serve Krishna you can do. It's very versatile. That's why the Lord says, I don't know what these devotees, the gopis, they're everything to me. They serve me in all these different ways, either as a mother, sometimes as a child, as teaching me or being taught in all these different moods. Friends, my beloveds, and friends, and everything is like that. It's very amazing. Yeah. What if the full
This is
faith?
unexpected. Who would expect such an experiences from a devotee who never read all the and never studied, never chanted those rounds, never did anything, and no austerities, nothing at all. You just give. This is
Just
just mercy.
mercy. Yeah, mercy. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the Lord is working here. Whoever develops faith in our preaching is going to get wonderful spiritual gifts. And if you don't, well, he just passes you by. It's what happens. It's just, and, whatever, like Prabhupada knew, he said, some people will come and they'll come and they'll get a human birth in their next life. They become a vegetarian. Maybe they become a Brahmin or something, or go to the heavenly planets. And, you know, it, at least they get a human birth. He was thinking, because a lot of people they came from really low places. But see, the level has been upped now. We have a higher goal. I mean, you see, it's all what he was. Devotees are inspired. I'm inspired. I want to preach love of Krishna like Lord Caitanya now, and that's why you see, I wanted to do that, and I was doing it, and Prabhupada said, "Oh yeah, has my approval. Yeah, you do more of that. See, don't worry. Yeah, yeah, no worries. No, no, you just go on that thing. Yeah, you preach that, and you see, he sends people who are one by one they come. They could come from ISKCON anywhere, and it doesn't matter. It's the same as preaching like Paul. Just they start people just from all one because people, yeah, wow, there's this shelter, that Jesus has given it, and you don't have to be a Jew or this. No, no, anybody can get this mercy.
Yeah,
Same thing
and
here
propose it. Yeah, for everybody. Yeah.
for everybody. Maria just comes and she didn't have any background with Lord Chaitanya, just a relationship with God, like God and the angels and stuff. He comes and Lord Chaitanya, boom, and, oh yeah, this is very natural. Like, yeah, Lord Chaitanya. He's brought friends too, It's just like, boy, the house is full now, full house. Stuff like, it's just anybody. Amy comes and Krishna is with her, and inspiring her.
Yeah, all of us, except Johan, but most of us were not really. Yeah, Yamuna, she chanted 16 rounds as well. That's true.
Yeah,
But for like Amy, Fanny, Maria, me,
yeah.
we
Still,
had no.
you had some contact with ISKCON, and
I had some. Yeah, I served a little bit. Yeah, but I
yeah,
did
I mean,
work.
yeah,
I was a
yeah,
worker. That's all.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
rare in my vacation. Rare, very
yeah,
rare.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
talking to a devotee who translated Prabhupada's books and who did all those austerities. And when I said, but read Chaitanya Charitamrita, I was a little bit tapped on his toes, a little bit offended. Yeah, but I translated those books. But he never saw that you need this mercy. He said, says, I did all those austerities and I have nothing, and you have this. I say, yeah, but you've got to receive it with both your hands. You've got to be with somebody with an ecstatic guru.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And still, it doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, yeah. See, they translate these things and they don't know them because see, you need the Bhakti Lata Bish. And so they have to come and get it from a living devotee who that's where the Bish is that seed. And then you get the taste. And then by taste, you realize what you were translating and what you were studying. And this is what's lacking in all of the groups. They don't get the real Bish. They didn't get, even in the Naraimraj, they're not got the real Bish. They think they do, and that's the thing. That has to loosen. They got to see, and that's what we're here to prove. They have to see by the example. We got real Bhaktilata Bish. There's nothing like it. It gives you the same kinds of experiences of those devotees that gave those beads 550 years ago. Yeah, I know Prabhupada had it. You could tell by what ecstasy we heard about, and also how he writes. Our line really has it, and I could tell who didn't have it because people either speculate or they're trying to compete with Prabhupada, even subtly, and they say they aren't, but they are. Like the God Brother thing. Oh yeah, he leaves. Yeah, they put big pictures next. They're next to Prabhupada. You see how important all this stuff shows me that they're not really got the real bees. And then their writings are sometimes flowery, and people are impressed. Oh, great philosopher. But no ecstasy, no ecstatic chanting, and all of this. And they think that's Krishna consciousness. Well, we're here to prove different. We're here to prove this Bhakti Lata Bij is very rare and is very specific. And it's very pure. See? This Bij is basically Radha's grace. And don't think it's so easy. And you can't get it by austerities. You get it in the line. You get it as a gift. It's truly causeless mercy, and that's how you get it. And you can do as many austerities you want, and harden your people's hearts. Usually, get hard. Lord Chaitanya quoted the this washerman. He said the washerman in the 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam did austerities like they're doing now for lifetimes to see Krishna like they're doing now. Same thing. And the same experience I see already, the seed that they got, the Narayan Raj people and all these Radhakuns, a lot of them, they're doing austerities to attain Krishna. So he did that. And what did he attain? A hard heart, and he got to see Krishna. But he had no ecstatic love for him. He didn't follow the right path for that. See? The right path is what we teach. Oh, you could be a retard. You come here, you'll get the Bhakti Lata Bij. The Lord will give himself to you because that's what he does in Kali Yuga especially. We carry that special mercy that the Lord gives this prema as a gift. All you do is get purified of this crapola you've been carrying. Just let it go. The biggest thing is letting it go. Let it go, let it go. Otherwise, you'll be frozen. Frigid. Frigid heart. Yeah. So this is how easy it could be. If we're just here to convince people the truth. The truth, very easy. Those who, just like Jesus said, those who believe in me, all their sins will be forgiven. That's just how it is. You come here, all your sins will be forgiven. Krishna will say, "Oh, few sins like that, no problem. You just came the right path. You believed in my devotee. You believe that preaching is right." Yeah, good. Thank you, dear Dean. Yeah, you believe the preaching of my devotee is right because it is right. He's preaching accurately. When he said, I threw the brahmachari out of the thing by trying to attain me by austerities and by renunciation, by, celibacies and all that, so I threw him right out of my kirtan. You preach the right thing. I've been waiting for somebody to use I could use as it is preacher of my pastimes, and to show the real path that he got into the kirtan by just simply by going, being humble enough to go through Srivas to get this mercy of a relationship with me. And you're teaching that, and whoever else teaches that, I can use that people like that to teach the truth, not teach what I against what I teach. I never said, hey, Lord Krishna. I'll just say, like infer to pretend. I'll just pretend I'm Krishna. I never said. I never said that by austerities and renunciation and strict sadhanas that you can attain me. No, it's by devotion that you attain a relationship with me. And you don't got it. Therefore, it's through the devotees who chant holy names with great ecstatic devotion that you found the real path to me of that devotion. You'll get purified very fast through that path. See, that's what the Lord said. That's what they're not saying. That's why you say, well, you can even say, yeah, I'm saying that. I'm Guru Dev. I'm saying that. Just by your experience, you're not saying that because you're not a kind of devotee that I can go through or anybody else can go through to get this devotion. You got to be the verse, man. You got to be that devotee that the Lord has given himself to you. And then you chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, and people go through you. They're going through the verse and going through the living devotee. Boom, they got it. What's so hard about that? You need to hear from devotees like that. You found the real path. Just sit in your little fanny here, like Fanny does. See, you come here, listen, and then it's like, oh, wow, you really dissipated my ignorance, like the songbook says. My God, these gurus couldn't do it because they're not a representative. They're not the kind of devotees you go through to get this devotion because they ain't got it themselves. Go ahead, Lalita. What?
It's when we are so used to your preaching, to your joyful, juicy, full preaching, and then when I see you sitting there next to your so-called guru, Tamal Krishna, this
It's
is
really
unbelievable. What a dry droogstoppel we say in Dutch. I don't know in English. What a
yeah.
dry thing is that?
Hey,
I
I had
told
to.
you.
Yeah, I had to cut that video a lot because I was sitting there a long time, and I was getting bored. Silly. I mean, I didn't want to put anybody through it, so I just took out. I was like sitting there.
I could see it on your
So
face.
okay, enough. So I cut it. I had to edit the thing because you guys would have been bored, silly, on and on and on. I mean, it's just kind of how it is. I mean, nothing. It's just people are doing their capacity, but once I got spoiled myself listening to this. We just cut to the chase, man. Just slam dunk, man. Make the just dead ringers here. You know? I'm going to do more of that because I found out how to do that. I've been thinking, how can I do that? How can I do that? I couldn't somehow figure it out for a long time. And then it just, boom. Oh, I can just, because I have a program, I can just do this all day. I want to do one with Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah,
These,
do more of that, Guru Maharaj. It's really
yeah,
because
yeah,
it
it's really
power
perspective.
comes out of we see
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
distinguish
yeah.
it really.
Oh, wait till you see this Eckhart Tolle and Ram Dass one. These guys are so boring, man. I'm sitting there, and the lady, just this the dry, but people don't know that until you see the spunky, this devotion. It's just, but you need to see it side by side, and then you gotta, see highest truth distinguished from everything else. Yeah, so I'm gonna do more. We'll do more. It's fun too. I love it. Just
The difference between dead and alive. That's it.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, because see, Lord Chaitanya, this is the best thing. It's just people are just so contaminated with these other paths that it takes a while for them to. It took a while for you guys to get here. For years I was preaching and preaching. Nobody cared about this. I didn't give a shit about anything. I'm sitting here preaching, but I was so ecstatic preaching I couldn't give it up. You know, Otherwise you would get discouraged. It's just like nobody's. But I was so like happy. Just that's a was a great test for me. You know, and that's what that's how you get. Krishna said, well, I want to make sure that you're doing this for the taste and not doing this for followers and name and fame and all that stuff. So yeah, so I said, well, whatever. I got the order. Just keep, you know, and boom, lo and behold, we got some friends now. Sacrifice. Oh, did somebody? Yeah, give us a word, River.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Lalita. Hmm.
Great word, great word. The best.
It's really nice that Dean has been able to get on, even though he hasn't got a camera today. It's nice that he's been able to come on. Um, yeah, the path is really simple. There's only one truth. It's like a whole. There's so many of these false truths in this well, things that have become true to people in this world, so many truths. And then there's this one truth, one
Yeah.
absolute truth beyond all others that just transcend all other truths. The path is so simple and so
Mm.
clear, now with you. It's all come together at this time. Just we found the needle in the haystack.
Yeah.
Absolute truth because of listening to you and you giving that to us, you planting that seed in us, and everything that we desire, it kind of comes true here, but it's filled with Krishna.
Yeah.
We might have desired it in a material way, but here it changes,
Yeah.
to that full service to Krishna and to wanting to receive just him. And like you said, all the things that we have in this world, that we've touched on, whatever they may be, they just get redundant. After a while, everything just becomes more and more redundant. And you just want to find something so much more than that, something that actually does touch you,
Mm.
really touch you. And it is this path, it is having this relationship with you, the Lord through you, and listening to you, and starting from there. There's only one head, one
Mm.
truth, one God, one guru, that makes all other gurus. It is a really simple path, and it is going through all of that clearing. I was saying today, if we were traveling on the motorway, freeway, if it was full of obstacles in the way, we wouldn't have a smooth ride. There would
Mm.
be a lot of accidents and turbulence. Here, the obstacles are removed out the way as we're traveling this ride. Sometimes it's a bit bumpy, but it gets smoother and smoother as the clearing is
Mhm.
out the way. It is in spirit. It is in spirit. It is real. The real reflections of the world are reflecting in truth and spirit here in the
Mm.
Sangha, building that. That is
Mhm.
reality, that is
Yeah.
the realness of it all. Everything else is just it's just, I was going to say, a weak reflection of
Yeah.
truth. It's wonderful. And it just shows us this path makes it easiest to see the Lord everywhere because
Yeah.
it takes all limitations away of the Lord. People bring so many limitations upon the Lord. It just
Yeah.
removes all limitations, and we can see the Lord in more places and be with him most of all the time as much as we can.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's wonderful. What I was going to say, like in Sikhism, they make us hold our hands out like this to receive the prasad. It's like halva. It's like
Ah.
halva. And they put it in. We have to have our head covered. You have to receive it like this. Here, we're doing the same thing. We are receiving Mahaprasad, real prasad of the Lord. We are receiving here. We don't have to go over there and put our hands out. We put ourselves out, and we gradually purify and we receive that prasadam. And it is, for me, it is like doing this, just really receiving it, because it's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift that we just take. because it's the greatest gift.
Yeah, that's the see that no, the rituals are the shadow of the truth. See, so this is more that's all external, and that's why you see the shadow ultimately teaches the deeper, the internal, and where this is the internal thing. The prasad is actually hearing the word is the most powerful prasad, you know. But
Absolutely.
they starting with the externals are for the beginners and the neophytes. Same thing with the deity worship. You do the deity is over there and you're here to show there's some relationship, and ultimately it's more internal. Yeah, go ahead there, Lalita.
They need to give us that prasad because they don't give the word, so they give you food.
Yeah,
There's no word.
you gotta start somewhere. I gotta get some cookies first. Oh, this is the sweetness of Krishna. I see.
It's true
Yeah,
what Lolita says. I only used to sit there because I love prasad.
yeah,
So getting the prasad at the end. play downstairs, go back up and have the prasad.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because you're not hearing. It's not read by ecstatic devotees. These are gyanis,
Yeah.
who have
See
been
here,
doing
you get you ultimately here coming here you get the prasad of the word, the sound vibration of the true these truths, that you're tasting these verses, and see this is a spiritual thing, spirit. Like
spirit.
Jesus said, my words are spirit. See, the words of devotees are spirit. They activate the spirit body, and that's why even the devotees they speak to relish mellows, and if you happen to be in earshot, oh, you get advantage of that. See, that's the secret. That's called Ghostananandi, preaching, preaching by relishing and tasting. You guys are probably even better at it than me now. I see that you taste very nicely the words that you speak. See, and in this way, people are benefited. See, they see living examples of liberated souls. See, what we need to see is living examples of liberated souls. And it's not so hard. You just come here and you receive the prasad. See, this is coming for prasad. If you come here and you say, I don't like this, and you go away, see, you're refusing the prasad. Yeah. But people, they think, well, I'm going to go and they go to the temple and they eat that prasad. Okay, well, eat that until you can get purified enough to eat this through this. See, this is where it goes fast. Otherwise, that's a very slow path, more slow. Yeah.
It's like you said, Maharaj. Like I don't know what you used. It's like you're trying to push through. You're going through purification, and you're hearing the way you're trying to push through. Then all of a sudden, it just goes through.
Yeah.
It just goes through at some point. I feel like I've hit that point recently. It's just
Yeah.
gone through,
Yeah.
and it's like that. So if we can carry
Yeah.
on with the
Yeah.
clearings and just
Yeah.
clearings, it will automatically
Oh, yeah.
push.
Yeah. You push through. Yeah. And there's no return. See,
Mm,
and so you push through and you let go of the baggage enough. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this. So I say, hey man, that's all in the past. This, let it go, let it go, let it go. We're all changing, and transforming. Stick with where we really are now. Other stuff is past. Like people, these. Oh, Gore, he was a Christian before he gave up Prabhupada. He was fat. Well, what am I now? Am I the same thing? A change? They're still, oh, he was like, what are you, an old man? That's what old people do. That's why people get old. They live in the past. They live in their memories. I remember you. Yeah, what do you remember? I don't even remember that. Well, I only remember for preaching, purposes. This other stuff.
They talk like they've never made any mistakes, Maharaj. That's how
Yeah,
they speak.
yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, they don't know about. They do. Yeah, go ahead there, Lolita.
It
What?
was not a mistake that you left Narayana Maharaj to go to the Krishna. It was the best thing you could have done, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well
yeah.
done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially, actually, the Radhakund Babajis was even more tough. See, so that was I had to. That was It was actually a certain Babaji that was the main thing. It was just very, very, ooh, this guy was something else, man. Very tricky too. And he had some power, he had like he, he kind of, very hypnotic, he'd repeat things over and over again, kind of like what I do, but it has a different result. It had, it wasn't a liberating thing. Yeah. See, so sometimes some of the people have these powers they get, and it wasn't good. But anyway, it's all water under the bridge now, and we just use it for preaching to help others.
Yeah.
Says, Dean says, but Prabhupada doesn't hold it against you. Yeah, exactly. I like calling Prabhupada. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, of course not. Why? If he did, why would I be so ecstatic? Why? How can I chant the holy name? It would have no meaning if we were not forgiven for what we did. That it's like, why would I even worship a God who wouldn't is not forgiving? I mean, I forgive even I forgive everybody here. I forgive people against my preaching, even though what I'm doing is honest and real and genuine. I forgive everybody. Why wouldn't if God and Prabhupada's not like that? Why would I even hold them as my worshipable lordships if they weren't like that? See, people don't know Prabhupada. See, they think he's unforgiving like they are. See, the anthropomorphism, you project what you are on the deity, on Prabhupada, on pure devotees. You don't know what they're like. You want to know what they're like, you come here and you'll see that they're a whole different thing. They're not like you. That's how you change your vibration being around liberated souls if you're lucky to find one. See? So, yeah, go ahead there, Lalita.
They think they are loyal on Srila Prabhupada by defending that time,
Yeah.
but they would be loyal on Srila Prabhupada by following his order that he gave to you now.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, just here you got see it's by association we change our consciousness. That's the whole point of the material universe. Our consciousness changed from spirit to matter just simply by association with the modes of nature.
Yeah.
Dean says, I heard devotees in your Sangha call you some terrible things, but you still hold them close, the mercy of Guru. Yeah, no problem. You'll get over it. That's just the stuff coming out of them. Yeah. It's got to come out, otherwise it stays in.
Mm. Yeah.
And there's a certain point, it's like Kalya. You just keep contact, and eventually all the stuff is out, and the vision clears, like Kalya. You all of a sudden, oh, what did I do? Oh, I was just poisoned. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and Krishna gives us the power to do that. I couldn't do this on my own. None of us can. It's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, because, that mercy has no shore because the Lord is really genuine in us. And that's what he's going to show in the world. He's showing that he's using us. It took me a while to really get why Prabhupada said what he said and why Krishna said, Krishna, he says very concise. Can you imagine this lady was around for a week, but she's very sincere, like some of the, just like people, they're very sincere here, like a Fanny. So like really quick, very sincere. You're my guru, just like, she just knew it, Krishna came, showed himself like you wouldn't have, I mean, like in living color and actually saw him, with, bilocated, sitting right in front of me and saw Krishna. I spoke to her, his actual voice and everything. And said, because of your guru, you're getting my darshan. And basically because of faith in your, guru, and then boom, and so this is over and over again. People get great blessings like this. They move ahead in their spiritual life like 100-fold. And that's just how it is. That it happened with Jesus, happens with every representative that carries the Lord. The Lord uses them like his avatar, his transcendental avatar, to liberate people in the world. And that's what we're doing here. That's why the more and more people will be aware of that. Oh, Amy, she's so wonderful. Amy, she's captured my heart. Not she doesn't have an envious bone in her body. Unbelievable. Yeah. This is the kind of friends I get here. You guys, you're just unbelievable, man. I can't believe. I thought I'd never have a family. I thought, no, I'm going to be alone my whole life. Nobody's into this, man. And here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Dean, look at Dean coming now. He's really, his sincere heart, also. It's amazing, Yes. Yeah, so many, the supernova. Yeah, let's read another verse here. Okay, see, creating great tidal waves in an ocean of mercy, splendidly dressed in wonderful saffron garments, as glorious as the sunrise, and glowing with the nectar of pure love for Krishna. May the wonderful and handsome moon of Lord Caitanya, which has risen from the ocean, from the milk ocean of Sachi's womb, enter the sky of your heart. Chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, his own holy names, which brings auspiciousness to the world, his hand trembling with love as he touches the knotted string about his waist to count the number of names, his face bathed in tears as he comes and goes, eager to see his own form of Lord Jagannath, and bringing great delight to the eyes of many. May that golden form of Lord Hari protect you all. Okay? So he was seeing that. And that's what needs to be seen now. And when people see that now, which is actually here, more or less, you know, you know, you see people chanting in ecstasy and hands trembling and choking up and calling out. See, great auspiciousness to the world, even more so than just chanting the dry names. I mean, there's some auspiciousness just by chanting. See, the Haridas said you can chant with Nama Parad, with offenses, and many gurus are. That's why they're just in it for the kind of show and to get some money and stuff like that, right? But it's Haridas said, yeah, the chanting will not bear fruit very soon. And that means it could be a couple of lifetimes too, or more. Who knows? Yeah. But could you imagine chanting around those who are prema bhaktas where the Lord stays in their hearts? Ooh, what a result. See, most devotees are still caught in that religion level. They may have gurus and everything that may not be so pure. Even if you're good, see, what I'm preaching here is fast result because we cut to the chase. What is transcendental? I even have to, I'm poo pooing, hey, it's not good enough to just be a good guru. You see, some of these gurus are nice guys too. They're, oh, yeah, it's all, this guru, that guru, they come to me, let's mix in Prabhupada with Tamal. And, see, but the result is not really like, solid. You just can't really distinguish. See, you can't really become one pointed. See, your mind is like, oh yeah, even though you don't know it, you might think, well, because Tamal or some other guru is in the line and they're all the same. But see, you get a different result in meditating on what is pure and purified by real bhakti, and a different result from what is mundane, where there's no spiritual awakening. I showed you with the you can tell by the preaching of a person who is awakened with real bhakti. Yeah, good. Yeah. There's a difference. That's what I found, you know. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is okay, yeah, yeah. And his face bathed in tears as he comes and goes, eager to see Lord Jagannath. And that's what you get with association is this eagerness. People follow Lord Caitanya because they became eager to worship Lord Krishna like he did. That's what you get by being around ecstatic devotees. That eagerness is so important. Eagerness to chant Hare Krishna mantra, eagerness to hear about the pastimes of the Lord or to chant the pastimes of the Lord. The eagerness to engage in pure devotional service. That's the Bhakti Lata Bij, is that eagerness. Okay? And you get eager when you're chanting and you get taste, then you're very eager to chant. You chant because of eagerness, not duty. You chant because of happiness that you get in chanting, the bliss, the ecstasy. See? And that's eagerness. You're eager to attain more communion with the Lord. See? And not because of duty. Duty is mode of goodness. We take it further. Shuddha Bhakti teaching. See? That's why I say, meditate on only those who are transcendentally liberated souls, because you can get this eagerness there. You can't get it from a mundane guru. To me, mundane, doesn't matter how good you are. Are you still in goodness? You follow rules and regulations perfectly and all that? Very nice. But you can't get this eagerness from them. They don't have it. They're doing duty, out of austerity, out of renunciation. That's why they look the way they do. Kind of dry. This is beyond material goodness. See, this transcendental eagerness is Bhakti Lata Bij, is only a devotee who worships the Lord with great ecstatic devotion, as it. See, they are the verse in person. You need it, obviously. Why? Well, look, they had 50 years to understand what I'm preaching, right? Nobody understands. Not even the Narayan Raj group. They had 30 years with that guy, with him, right? How they don't understand what I'm preaching. See? Because he obviously wasn't preaching it by example. I got to see somebody chanting in ecstasy. It's got to be real. We got to be sure, certain, certainly the spiritual master. One who they got to be the verse exactly like it said. Yes, it is true. It is correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master. Are you that? I didn't see that over there. I didn't see one person get it. How can I be certain he's a spiritual master if I haven't found one devotee? And what is the standard? Oh, yeah, they all have a, yeah, yeah. Well, where's a Lalita Ganga standard, man? Where's a river standard? Where's a Johan standard? That I can see that's the book is describing it to a T. But you don't see not even one there. So how can I accept that honestly? I'm into honesty. Spiritual honesty. Where is the spirit, man? Not doubtful place. I'm not saying he's not a good guy or anybody else is not good, but it's not good enough. I want to be convinced. I want to meet. I was looking and looking. I was like Mars Prikshit, examiner. He saw what was real. I had what was real from the beginning. I was looking for another human being I could sit down in front of and say that this is it. See, just like Mars Prikshit. He spent his whole life examiner. Mars Prikshit means examiner. Read the Bhagavatam. He examined every human being to see what would match what his experience in the womb of what was really pure. The Lord was in the, he saw in the sea. Saw! You need to see first. And then he got Mars, Shukadev Goswami. This is the same quality as the Lord I saw. I want to listen to him. That's what you got here, my friends. And that's why he went back to Godhead in 7 days. Sometimes in 5 videos, Godhead came to her and others here. Whatever it takes, 5 videos or 5 months or 500 videos, it's going to be a lot faster than it would be anywhere else. Because the same, you notice, same setup, right? Always the same setup, man. Ecstatic devotee, and you appreciating the ecstatic devotees, words in ecstasy, you get liberated so fast. Same situation, always the same situation. You want to get this done, or do you want to take it, draw it out, take many lifetimes? Didn't Narayana say, "Oh yeah, you follow my path, you do your austerities, and many lifetimes you'll get prema." You want to follow that path, or you want this one, where people you could see with your own eyes, prema's here. We're not holding it back, not making it doubtful whether they have or not, or you're just going to blindly believe them just because they say. A lot of people say, Bill Gates says, you so many things. Fauci says, do you believe it? Religionists say, the Pope says many things. You believe it? I believe what I see, man. Lord Caitanya also, he saw ecstatic devotion in his guru. He believed it because that's what he wanted. He had enough intelligence to see. The whole world started to see Lord Caitanya, and so many people started to accept him. In South India, they weren't accepting so well in Navadvip. They wanted to railroad him out of town because the Brahmins wanted to kill him. See? Why should it be any different here? Am I above Lord Caitanya? So at first, that's what people do because they're not purified. That's why even the devotees, the acharyas, on this subject usually. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, take a lot of rules, man. Regular ceremonies for you. Build the temples, and this. See, I got the order, so things have changed. That's why ecstatic devotion is here. Look at you guys, man. It's all because you're seeing this, like it was shown 500 years ago. Not like these gurus are teaching now. We don't show. They don't have. I don't know. Who knows if they have it or not? Who knows? I'm not into doubtful things. You guys out there, you want to follow doubtful stuff? Go for it, man. I ain't gonna waste my friggin' time. No need. Not when this is here. Huh. You want a family like this? A family of liberated souls? You guys are so lucky. You get the chance out there, you Vites, to even see what's going on here. Huh. You're with elites here. Yeah, well, you can be as envious as you want. You're with elites here. That is the truth. And you could become one of them. Well, too bad for you right now. Hey, man, you could become one of them. You want to become, it's just an elite thing, man. We have Lord Caitanya with us. That's elite. And you don't like it? Too bad for you. To me, that's the most important thing going on here. Radha and Krishna here, Lord Caitanya here. And that's the truth, man. I'm very proud of that. You're not proud of it. You're envious and jealous and all that. Well, it's all right. Look more. Look at it more. Throw that in the fire here. We'll burn it up. Keep checking on us here. Keep looking at this. Keep sneering at Goharidas and Lalita and River. After a while, it goes, nice. Questions that help me. Can I chant freely in this association? How long can I miss this association? Good question. Um, why would you want? First of all, why would you want to miss this association? Yeah. Can you chant freely? Yeah. What does that mean, freely in this association? I don't understand. Can I chant freely? And does anybody know what he means by that? I don't know.
I don't know it. It's
How
Tom.
can I? Yeah.
Sandaram is Tom.
This is Tom.
Yeah, this is Tom. Yeah.
Oh, sounds like he's asking different questions. Can I cheat? What does this mean? Yeah, you got to explain that. Ramdas Vijayasi. All right, man. Thank you for coming, my friend. I like this guy. He's right. I listened. I was looking for some video. I wanted to hear his voice, and I found some things. He preaches nicely. Very committed, to yeah. Should do some classes. I'd like to hear a class. Replying to Govinda Das, excuse me, from where did I say that Srila Prabhupada did not declare prema bhakti? Oh, I only said that he didn't show his bhav, ecstasy, right, externally, but simply kept it, yeah, internally within himself. Yeah, more or less. Sometimes it came out. He didn't tell anyone that he is experiencing crying. Oops, what happened here? He He didn't tell anyone that he is experiencing crying, laughing, etc. to anyone. Why? For he was so careful not to be misinterpreted as those of the common Sahaja in India. In India, Srila Prabhupada has shown his ecstatic love for Krishna is by his preaching work and by fulfilling. Yeah, yeah. And by the way, so what I'm teaching now is progressiveness. Okay, he preached the way he did. He didn't show so much and all that. See that, but you see, I got that order. Well, I was showing, when this was spontaneous happening. I was preaching and giving classes on Chaitanya Bhagavat, and becoming really ecstatic, and people were becoming ecstatic externally. See, and Prabhupada came right away in that lucid dream saying, "This has my approval. Do more of that." See? So a lot of people use that against me. This idea that, well, Prabhupada didn't, or Bhakti Siddhanta, they're very careful not to show because they want to do Shahaja class and all that. Okay, well, that's fine to a point, but you see, when I'm preaching, I dispel all of the. See, I'm here to teach all about that. I'm here to teach people what is a Sahaja and what isn't a Sahaja. I mean, all that information is here within the purvey of this understanding here. So it's very simple, because if this isn't preached externally where people can see it, see, at least in disciples, showing it, then love of God won't be preached, because that's how it's. Lord Chaitanya started this Sankirtan movement by, in chapter 1 of Madhya Lila, by first exhibiting this externally to his associates, confidential associates. And when the Lord became ecstatic by relishing mellows, they became ecstatic. Okay? So the Lord started like that, and then he expanded more. He got more, and then he started to do it publicly, in South India especially. He wasn't well received uh, amongst the Brahmin class in Navadvip at first. Then he went South India, and he would just his program was like this program. He just publicly went into town. You could read it right in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he would start chanting in ecstasy and laughing and crying and everything, and people started to wonder, like, what's going on here? And he would preach what we're preaching, saying these principles, and they got Bhakti Lata Bij and began to chant in more attraction and ecstasy. So it's the same program now. And that's why, so I'm not going with the past acharyas, because, you could say, well, he's the acharya of the past. Well, if you stay here long enough, you'll see the acharya principle is going on here too. This is Prabhupada talked about this. He said an acharya is known to be an acharya because they make a important contribution to Vaishnavism. He did, Bhakti Siddhanta did, Bhakti Vinod did, and we are also. Very extraordinary important. And this is extraordinarily important, proving that this is the acharya principle working here. See, because we're moving devotees into the platform of Chaitanya Lila and actually ecstatic worship of the Lord, pure devotional service by the mercy principle, by the same way the Lord did it 550 years ago. Because that same Lord is here in our midst of our Sangha here. Anybody who stays long enough and hears and sees will see that we're in the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. I mean, big time. This is not a small thing. This is very huge. And this is making a major contribution to Vaishnavism. This is called divine intervention. Without what we're doing here, Vaishnavism will go another generation on the Vaidhi platform and just doing external religion and ceremonies and all of this and talking about all these things and speculating on all the rasas. We're bringing, this is the divine intervention to move in a big way. We have a lot of volume of pressure here of the Lord, a very strong desire for many people to move to the ecstatic platform. And that's the kind of preaching here. It's very strong, very intense, very wonderful too, very fun. A lot of fun in this preaching. Yeah. So anyway, that's that preaching fight. Okay, things have changed. We're bringing now the preaching of 550 years ago when love of God was given. That's why love of God wasn't given by Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, and Prabhupada. You can see. Where is it? Because if love of God was given, you'd see the same symptoms that you see in this Sangha. See, love of God is being given here is because we're outwardly expressing it and teaching by role model, by example, what love of God is and attracting people to the Raganuga platform. See? If you examine the works of Rag Vartma Chandrika by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in the first chapter, the only way that Raganuga bhakti is preached, which leads very quickly to spontaneous devotion, is by example. You have to see a devotee in their intimate relationship with God. You have to see them worshiping like that. And you have to be the kind of person who says, wow, I would also like to worship like this. See, even though you may not even have it, you can check what I'm saying. It's all in the books, all in that book. First chapter. You may see the devotee, you may not even have that ability yet, but you just by the fact you want it, you become qualified to be here. And if you just stay here, you will get it. Causeless mercy of the devotee, because he's expressing that relationship, not hiding it. That's why love Prabhupada, you don't see, where do you see Lalita Gangas chanting like this or rivers and all? Nowhere. Because Prabhupada didn't express it, and these gurus certainly can't express it. Okay? The only reason I can express it is because I came in with this. It came like this to me. It was sent, obviously. You had to pick it up from another life. Nobody can develop this on your own. It'd be impossible. The Lord has to send ecstatic devotees. Prabhupada was sent. Bhakti Siddhanta was sent. Bhakti Vinod. They very quickly got it. Bhakti Vinod just read Chaitanya Charitamrita for the first time, and ecstatic devotion awoke in him. Anurag. I read it for the first time. I chanted Hare Krishna the first time, same thing. Anurag. I knew I was from that place. I knew it. I'm honest. I knew it immediately. This is true. Just naturally. And people coming here are naturally advanced often from a previous life. I have one lady just walked in. I just met her and boom, Lord Caitanya walked right into her life. Solid devotee. No, I'm never leaving Lord Caitanya. Where does that happen? Look at Lalita Ganga chanting like you would see, the highest devotees chant and reading Govinda Lila. Where do you? This is the kind of association here. See, that's why I say if people wouldn't give up everything for the association here, you don't have the kind of greed that they have in Vrindavan. I would give up everything for this association. But you really don't have to. I mean, all people have to do is just come here. It's given freely, no charge, nothing. Yeah. But people just have to give up their false ego of thinking, well, if I go to Goahari Sangha over there, then people will think I'm not as great as I am, and then I'll have to be like, like dwarfed, and that's the problem here. They just, you know, they just don't want to, like, if they acknowledge what's going on here is that's all that's the Lord is looking for is, oh, can you see that real Krishna Leela and Lord Caitanya Leela is being preached here? If you can't acknowledge that, well, you're not. Some people are still blind. Scales on their eyes. So anyway, I just go on preaching because I love it. I love chanting. I love my friends. We get together every day. To me, I think these are the most exalted people on the planet. You know, we don't mix stuff. I just say, man, just Bhakti Lata Bij. And if you don't got it, I ain't worshiping anybody without Bhakti Lata Bij, man. That's the kind of, just have a high standard here. That's why we have deep ecstasy manifesting. I'm just teaching these 550 years ago. They didn't have the kind of preaching you see now. There was nobody else other than those who had the mercy of Lord Caitanya. There was no other god or goddesses. That's all. That's priest Chaitanya Leela. They didn't give worship to neophyte gurus or teachers or followers or false followers. No, they paid obeisances that the Lord had lived inside them. Just like I pay obeisances to the Lord who's living inside Lalita Ganga river and others, Govinda. Uh, my disciples, I kiss their feet, man. I would do that if they were here. I would have no problem kissing their feet. I'm kissing Krishna's feet because he's accepted them. Why wouldn't I not accept what Krishna's accept? We have a high standard here. I can't do that on my own. That's only because of the mercy of the Lord. When Jesus had people say, wash people's feet and all that stuff, his disciples' feet, I could never do that on my own. It took a lot of ecstatic chanting and purification and the Lord's mercy to get to the point of even doing something like that. Ask any of these gurus if they'll wash the feet of their disciples. Didn't have any meaning because they're not even awakened yet, most of them, what I see. If they were, they would have some favorability to this. And if they don't, I just say, well, they're in Maya, they're an illusion. What good is that? I'm here to preach slam dunk, man. Let's get Krishna today. Let's get him now in this life. Let's get him fast and furious. See that movie? Fast and Furious, man. Quick. It's my Lord's like that. He's just intense. So anyway, that's the idea, stuff like that.
Maharaj, I think Tom is backstage. He wants to explain what he wrote.
You want to explain? Okay, explain there, Thomas. The beard is gone. Hair is still a little wild. What is this wild hair thing? I think you need a haircut, man. It looks strange.
Yeah. Yes, here is the sound. Yeah, I had some lessons from Maya.
Oh yeah, okay.
Some bruises, some what's the muggensteken. So what I wanted to explain, I did some experiments.
Oh,
How to distinguish the real association I need from the association I can miss.
oh.
And I found out that I can miss those other associations for a long time, but I cannot miss this one. So it's just my way um, to experience to distinguish priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so when I leave this sangha, I will find out by Mahamaya. She teaches me with a whip, very fast, very accurate. Just leave this association and go back to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how it works. You see how valuable. Yeah, this is powerful. The Lord really does come here. The Lord's association is powerful, man. It's the most powerful thing. And we come and see Sadhu Sangha is when you have where the Lord has accepted a group. He's accepted our group. I mean, no joke, to come really close. See, that's big, and so we feel very purified because of that close association. Look at Lilita. She, as ecstatic as she is, she comes every day. Or River too. Anybody you get a understanding like, yeah, so nice to be close to Krishna. He comes to Sadhu Sangha. He likes to congregate. See, congregational chanting of the holy name. This is congregational chanting. We're congregating to chant and glorify God's name and in ecstatic, in ecstasy. This is the best place to come. If there's no other place where you're chanting in such intimacy and ecstasy, come here. We make it easy. Just get a camera, turn it on. If you don't, that's contamination still. I mean, if there's another place where the Lord is so close and producing this ecstatic emanation and ecstatic deep truths, well, fine. But I think it's pretty rare what's going on here. It's very powerful. It's like being at the time of Jesus, isn't it? It is, it is to me. It's like being at the time of when Prabhupada was here, but even in a sense more because more is being given. Like, for example, what would you rather be at a time of Moses or Jesus? Jesus would be because he gave more, right? Well, let me ask you this. Would you like to be born at the time of Prabhupada or time of now? I mean, just honest. If anybody says, "Whoa, Prabhupada," well, you're a fool. You're foolish. Yeah, this is the progress, man. This is where Prabhupada wasn't giving. That's like the devotee there. What's his name? Ramai Das was saying. Prabhupada wasn't showing. Therefore, he was not distributing. Not like this. So it's better to be born at this time because we're still in the line. Prabhupada is here. Of course he is. We're in his line. We're followed by, what did Prabhupada say? I shall live forever in his books. But they're not even reading Prabhupada. They don't understand Prabhupada's books. You come here, you're going to get the living Prabhupada more here because what's in his books is more clearly explained, more ecstatically explained. See, so it's better to be born now than at the time of Prabhupada. Does that make sense to anybody? Otherwise, you're looking externally at stuff.
Maharaj, it makes so
Yeah.
much sense. And the way you preach, how you preach for now and the people and the way they are now, is just so wonderful. It's just so relishable. We've actually been born with two ecstatic devotees, Prabhupada and you, but two at the same time. We are so fortunate to be able to be, because you always do more. Jesus said it, you will do more. Like you say, you're doing so much. And how you preach and how you've made it fun, you've kind of involved everyone. The way you preach, it takes everybody from every era, young, old, and it brings them together. There's something for everyone here
Yeah.
because the Lord is coming through and the Lord is for everyone. So
Yeah.
it's brilliant. I'm so fortunate to have this. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and
Maharaj.
you see how you went through the purification to appreciate these things. See, and that's why that's the example you got to people got to see. It's not easy to appreciate this what we're doing. That's why if you can't worship the Lord, see Bhagavad Gita, if you can't worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, like that verse Bhagavad Gita 10:10, then follow the rules and regulations and develop a desire to attain Krishna. Okay? So that's what you get by in the Vaidhi. At some point, the desire will be there. You realize I can't quite get it there because you're not conclusive yet. You think you can get it. Even Prabhupada said you could get it. It's like contradictory because he said, and he also said you can't get it that way. So what are you going to do? So you're going to find out you won't probably get. It's very rare to get this kind of bhakti that you see here by following the rules. But what you will get is what Bhagavad Gita says, a desire to attain Krishna, the desire. And then because you'll be thinking, God, where are you? I'm doing all these rules and regulations. I want more. See, that's slower still. You know what's quicker? Gohari and his merry men and women come right in front of your face and show you and get that desire. After a while, you see all this juice, all this ecstasy. You just desire comes a lot faster. You may go your whole life and not develop that desire, and you come and see these ecstatic devotees rocking and rolling and having a great time worshiping Radha and Krishna, crying and laughing and choking up just like it was 550 years ago. After one, they, hey man, I don't want to be left out too. Well, what do I got to do to be saved? Just like the Pharisees said with Jesus when they saw the Holy Spirit, they showed. See, the Holy Spirit came out publicly. The Pharisees, whoa, what is this? This intoxicating spirit. Whoa, what do we need to do to be saved? I'm just waiting with eager ears. They're going like this, man, saying, when are the Vaishnavas going to say, what do we have to do to get this ecstatic love of Krishna? Oh, great question. Come here, man. Hang out with these fantastic devotees, these liberated souls, right in front of your face. The Lord is drawing them. And you can also start worshiping the Lord with loving ecstasy just by this vibration we have here in this Sangha, man. Easiest way to make advancement. You can take sannyas and follow all those rules and regulations and all that stuff, and you'll do it, and you'll still be a sourpuss. You come here, these people, the ordinary people, food service, pom-pom girl comes here, and she's up in ecstasies. This housewife over here, this Lalita Ganga comes, and after a week, boom, and ecstatic. Look how fast it goes. See, this is the best path, man. It's So that's the thing. That's why this devotion is being expressed. So it causes an eagerness, a desire to attain Krishna. Because if you go that path, you don't come in this association, you probably won't even have the desire. You'll just still do your old rules, regulations, and milk those cows. We save people from having to sit there and milk cows all day. Now we just, got Govinda. He's milking the verses. He's just sitting right under the udder every day. You see him back. He's real on his back. He's just with the verses. Just milking them, man. No glass or anything. Just direct down the udder, man. Yeah. Save that guy. He's sitting in the cold. He had 30 cows. He milked all day long. They ate 9 hours. I mean, that's fine. That'll help you develop a desire to attain Krishna. And then if you still want to milk the cows, no problem. If you really, some people, they're just farmers, See, I'm also a farmer. You didn't know that. Did you know I was a farmer? See, I'm here. This is the farmland here, man. I'm farming it, man. Plowing it. Every day we're plowing it, clubbing the earth, a little bit, get it. Sowing the seeds, see, put the seed in there, seeing the ecstatic love grow, man, the fructification of ecstatic. Yeah, we're farmers here. We didn't know that. I like this kind of farm. It's a lot easier. The other one's expensive. Got a big farm, got to pay rent and taxes and all that stuff. This is tax-free farming. Much easier. Don't have to carry anything around. Don't have to work so much. Right there. See, all you have to do is come here and farm. That's the problem with Tom. He went away, didn't farm enough. You got to work the farm, man. Don't neglect your duties on the farm. What else are you writing there, River?
I was just writing, there's a devotee here called Dharma, I can't pronounce the other name, asking for, wanting verses for everything that you're saying. Wants to match
Ah,
up verses with everything that you're saying. And there is verses to
oh yeah,
everything that you're saying, everything that you're saying. So I was just
yeah.
writing
Oh
to that
yeah,
devotee.
yeah. I'm a
I did it
Sudra.
myself to, sorry,
Yes, I
Maharaj, I did
love.
it myself to Swad, that devotee that was live. I sent him verses to what I was saying
Oh, great.
afterwards.
Oh, good.
He asked me, can you send some verses? So with
Yeah,
Karuna's help, I
yeah,
was able to send verses.
yeah. See, that's the difference. I want. Yeah, I think I'll do that one with Eckhart Tolle and Ram Dass, because why this is you're going to see. You'll see it right off. It's just so really interesting. You'll see why this is so more juicy because they speaking just because that's what they do in Mayavadi. They speculate and all this. Love is this and love everything watered down. And so the ecstasy is also is not much juice, but devotees they speak on the basis of the scripture, and it's very powerful, because in the vision of the revealed scriptures, and that's where the juice is. That's where the life is. See, that's what liberates people. Otherwise, that's also speculation. There's no real life. They're very unattractive actually compared to this. But if that's all you see, then you think, oh, this is something. Okay, so I'm going to do more of these videos now that I can do it because it's very interesting. You take all these different philosophers and philosophies, and we're side by side, and we'll just show people the difference. Yeah, yeah. So that's great. There. Thank you for coming there, Ramdas Vrajavasi. It's fantastic. Yeah, he's a nice devotee. Could tell. Clean heart. See, even Amy Rose. Look at the Amy Rose there, Tom. Replying to Tom. Dr. Tom, why would you want to miss this association even for a second? Now that's firm, fixed. He wants to teach us the value of going away. Let's see what else we got here. Rajendra, I am just a child. I have not a guru yet. I have not the highest English language practice. Okay, however, I am too interested to know about Guru and Gauranga. Yeah, I am little book distributor. Oh, good. Oops. You see, I am a little book distributor like Bhagavad Gita, etc. Okay. I just remember to Krishna chanting his holy name always. Please guide me. Yeah, so very simple. Just come here regularly there, Rajendra. Just come here regularly, and everything comes clear, and you'll see you just naturally get purified, and then your guidance from within will kick in, and then you'll be protected. You'll actually have Krishna's protection. We're just here priming the pump and sadhu sangha, and then and like us, actually in a sense we don't have to be here, because if I wasn't here, I'd be chanting and hearing, and but it's so nice to be here, and chant together and talk about Krishna, and so even though we're at this, many of us at the ecstatic stage, still we want to be here, and because it's really nice to be with brothers and sisters. It's like, to find a spiritual community, actual, truly spiritual, is rare. And so we got it. We have a spiritual family. This is how deliverance is to be in this age of Kali, congregational chanting like this. So you become part of the family. You cleave. See, everybody's like an orphan in this world. You're an orphan because you've been kicked out of the spiritual dimension, spiritual world. So you're orphan. You don't know who your father and mother is. You come here, you'll learn who your father and mother is very fast. And you become part of this family, Lord Caitanya's family. Or, some people, they're attracted to Jesus' family and all that. But to me, if you're really fortunate, you'll come here because, this is deep, 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 deep stuff. This is, Lord Caitanya is a very rare incarnation, and we have that association. Yeah. Chanting freely in the presence of others without disturbance is confirmation, yes. If others appreciate the holy names, this is a dramata on YouTube. If others appreciate the holy names, you're in proper association. Yes. It's a question. Yes. If others appreciate the holy name, and also to the extent, are they appreciating the holy name on the level of ecstasy? And that's really the best place to be and associate with ecstatic devotees. That was the whole purpose of the Lord descending here, to give his ecstatic association. Madhavinda Puri became guru, right? Madhavinda Puri, he was chanting holy name in ecstasy, he's laughing and crying, falling down, all kinds of amazing things. And the Lord appeared in a dream and said, because of your ecstatic devotion, I'm going to appear in the world and deliver him. Okay? So people became part of Madhavinda Puri's family, like Ishvara Puri. They were delivered. They actually had the ecstatic symptoms in their body. So what good is it really? If you want the real line, I'm not here for false followers. If you want false followers, follow gurus where you'll do your whole life and the ecstatic symptoms will not develop in your body. Okay? That's false followers. Real followers, you stay with here more than likely. See, more likely, you will develop ecstatic symptoms, and pretty quick. You'll love these talks. You'll see, wow, these are really relishable. So, as I said, I'm not here for in a sense, we're here for the false followers too, because you could switch. You can be switched from being a false follower. If you come here, I'll teach you what is a false follower. The whole problem with false follower is, you know what it is? They don't know they're false followers. They don't know what are the symptoms of a false follower. You come here, you can learn everything. My God, there's spiritual power here beyond what you can even imagine. There's more capacity to teach anyone and everyone the real path. You give me a false follower for 30 days and I'll show them why they're a false follower. What is false following? Who the false followers are. Everything you can learn here. Otherwise, you can stay in that trap your whole life or many lifetimes as a false follower, thinking you're a real follower, but not having the proof that you're a real follower. Proof is the ecstatic worship. See, chapter 12 of Adi Lila. There were the false followers and there were the real followers. And the real followers were fed with the mercy of Lord Caitanya. And it doesn't say what that mercy is, and I'll just tell you. Ecstasy, man. Ecstatic worship, what he was and what he distributed. That's all here. We're fed, right? Even though, Gore, you're so offensive to pure devotion. Oh, you're always black. Yeah, well, why do I keep getting fed here every day if it's so bad? Why are you're listening to all this alleged offenses against pure devotees, right? You listen, you got smiles on your face, you get more ecstatic and you love it more. Well, what is Krishna saying? Obviously, this is a necessary so-called evil in the eyes of these people, right? They'd say, "Ooh, evil, evil." Ah. No, it's called evil Knievel. You ever heard of that guy, Evil Knievel, man? He'd do fantastic things that nobody else can do. That's right. Another hat. Gohari, Evil Knievel. Does all these things that normally no one can do, no gurus can do. Dangerous stunts. Dangerous, man. He pulls them off without being spiritually dead. Evil Knievel. It's a new one. You can quote me on that, Tom. See, that's not right. You got to be able to do dangerous stunts, man. Sport with snakes. You know, kill the snakes without dying. Turn the snakes into human beings and demigods. Andromeda says, people need to see this bhakti. It's true. Need to see it, man. You want to see bhakti? Well, watch River and Yamuna and Lalita every day and Johan. You see what real bhakti is, man. If you don't like it that good, see it more. That's the best method. Just come and watch Lalita Ganga, even though you hate it, it bothers you and it pisses you off. That's the best spiritual path you can do. This is the most potent one. Just come and turn it on and call her a demon and all these things and hate her and hate Johan and hate River. That's the best thing you can do, man. Just, hey, express it even, right? River will take it. She knows the drill. She express all kinds of stuff, man. She knows the path. Full expression, man. Yeah. Please, Karuna or River, perhaps you could arrange a. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Get our Dakota thing. She wants Dakota and us to go to collaborate. His
I'm
name
sorry, I'm
is.
not understanding that, Maharaj.
She wants us to Dakota somebody on the internet. What's his full name there, Andromeda? Something Dakota. She'll come up with it in a minute.
Dakota
Dharma,
with
yeah. Dharma Suix. Great explanation. I've been thinking how to explain these to these people that this is not just another typical guru fanaticism, but a special country. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. So that you can see. I mean, where do you see ecstatic devotion manifested? See, this proves that Prabhupada's order was not a dream. Like just a pipe dream. Just some unimportant thing. Yeah, and Krishna appearing. Yeah, no, it's true. We prove it. Oh yeah, there it is. You see that there, River? Dean says Facebook Dakota something. That's his.
yeah.
Yeah. So take
I've
it
got it
down.
up now.
Make some contact with the guy.
Maharaj, Andromeda was just talking about, I wish she could get her family to realize this, her loved ones to realize this. I was talking to my brother, he's Christian. He calls
Hmm.
himself a Sikh Christian. He doesn't actually know anything about Sikhism. But anyway, when I was speaking to him, he didn't understand a word of what I was saying. He said, I just don't understand anything that you're saying. He said to me, but he holds emotional baggage with me. So he doesn't want to understand anything. So that's Melinda, and he's a Christian. And then there's my mum and dad, who are Sikhs.
Hmm.
They understand this to a degree, but when they get pushed a little bit, then the blocks go up.
Hmm.
The blocks go up. but
Yeah.
they understand this. For me now, if they want to understand it, they can come. I don't need to force them or make them understand in any kind of way, because of where their baggage is, because their baggage prevents them from understanding what I'm saying, and also their sentimental love for me as well. So it may happen. I don't know. Thank you. It may happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, and for a dramata, like I think if you come more and they see your parents see you interacting with bhakti and the devotees and all this, it'll make more an impression. So think about coming live, and then your parents can watch the video and they'll see there's a change and a difference and all of the people need to just see. They need to see that. That would be a good way. You come live here, interact, and then your parents might want to see the video. Oh, my daughter is in this. Oh, yes. The same thing with your family members. You might want to people coming here. You might want to show. Hey, so this is see the video where we have our little group. Yeah. Yeah. Govinda says, or Ramai says, replying Govinda, you misinterpreted my comments. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's good for to discuss these things too. So there's no mistakes, especially when you bring it all here. Then we can discuss these things. Yeah. Shamaguri says, although I came with my ISKCON background and thought I know something, I realize I don't know anything. And what I'm hearing, of what I'm hearing here, getting here just by listening almost every day. Glorious, amazing, ecstatic, Guru Day. Yeah, you see, this is the thing. Here, what you learn here is you learn by tasting. See, if you think you knew something before by study, you didn't know much because you really learn here by tasting, by hearing, and getting purified to the point. See? And then you can look at the scriptures and you can taste the scriptures, like the devotees here, they can taste them. Because you get purified by hearing the words. That's why the guru is so important. If you hear from devotees who relish mellows, the mellows of the name and the verses, now you're learning like Nartam learned. See, by the example of Nartam, he didn't. It's like I told you the story yesterday. Again, he comes to Jiva Goswami, great scholar of this Vaishnavas. Are you going to teach me the Vedas? He said, no. You're going to taste these Vedas with a Rasic devotee. See, just like you guys are doing. See, you're tasting these truths and learning. Okay? Yeah, and so first stage is there's some purification. You gotta sometimes you won't be even like River showed. I couldn't hear sometimes because I'm processing, purifying. So but by and by more is out, and then more you can just stay fixed in hearing, and then also chanting works like that. Oops. Yeah, you look at the how Andromeda has come along, huh? It's pretty interesting, huh? Remember how my cell phone only has certain capabilities, and I can hardly access the web sometimes. Oh, really? Sounds like you need a new cell phone. All right, we're going to have another thing here. I'm going to put in $50 for a cell phone for Andromeda. Who else wants to get in there? Just send it to my PayPal, whoever wants to. we do these spontaneous things. And if anybody wants 50, you just send me like 25, 10, 20, 25, 50, whoever wants to get in on this, and we'll take a collection. They're only like $200 or $300. I'll get her a nice cell phone. Easy, easy peasy. So yeah. Oh, by the way, here we do. Let me put the thing up here. Yeah. There we go. There's your place to do it. I like doing these little things here, little thing, you know. We took up a collection for the loss of Shamaguri. She went back with more more money than she had lost. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Andromeda goes, "What? Surprise!" Well, we'll see. I don't know. I just put it out there, if anybody wants to. I currently have a Cricket wireless service and old phone. Yeah, old phone. Yeah, we can get you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good. Cricket one will work with Cricket. Okay, good. See, she has an older phone. I'll get her a good one, better one that works with Cricket. Oh, inexpensive family plan. Oh, does that okay? So Andromeda, does that mean you can't? Yeah, you could do a family plan. That's great. Yeah, so we'll just get you the phone somehow. So anyway, let's see what happens. She says, "Wow, thanks. Yes, I will figure it out." Okay, great. So one thing you can do, Andromeda, in the meantime, is send me your address, and if I end up getting enough collection, we'll get you a phone. No guarantees. Depends on the mercy of the Vaishnavas and the will of Krishna. Yeah, Andromeda's been coming for years. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Then we'll get her on live too. That'll be nice. Okay, so yeah, so Andromeda, you just send me your address on the messenger, where to send the phone, if we come up with enough cash. We need a bigger group. We need like well, we get pretty good. We got 18 people, man. It should be somebody should probably have some money out there. And again, if it's hard, remember cheerful giving only if you can, and it's easy. Not put yourself in distress or anything like that. Okay. Dramana says, "Thanks, thanks, thanks." Oh, can't access message. Okay, you can send me on YouTube. Is it? Can you? Oh, you know what? I'll just give you my here. I'll give you my email here. I'll just put it here. Yeah, and I need a phone number too with that. Sagor 90. Yeah. Okay. There's the. Okay. There's my email. Yeah. So I need a phone number and your address and full name, stuff like that. Everything to get some back at Amazon thing. Hmm. So I think that's good, huh? So we'll end it here for a while, and Freddie, I'll give a Dramana a donation for a new phone. Anything for some. Oh, that's nice. So Freddie said he's going to give. All right, good. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, when we it doesn't, when we put in a little together, for it's like nothing. It's like easy. It's wonderful. That's what's really nice about having a family. You can just put things together and you get a nice gift for somebody. Excellent class. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, my friends. Awesome, awesome. Let's move about a little bit here. Hare Krishna. Let's see here. Gotta end this stream here.